My name is Dr. Arlene Archer, and I'm a clinical psychologist. Today I want to talk to you about checking your thoughts. You know, how we feel is closely connected with how we think. The problem is, for many of us, while we can readily identify how we're feeling, so happy, sad, anxious, jealous, it's harder for us to identify what we're thinking. It's hard for us to track our thoughts. But here's the thing. If we can't manage our thoughts, then we will not be able to manage our emotions. And so here's the trick. If we make the decision to focus on positive thoughts, then that will help us to manage our emotions and reduce the likelihood of experiencing negative feelings. Now, I don't even really like using the term negative feelings because feelings are pretty much feelings. It just depends on the situation. But what I'm trying to say is, our feelings are not isolated. They are connected with how we think. And so it's not a situation in and of itself, rather it's how we think about the situation that impacts how we feel. It's our perception, our perspective. And so if we can have a positive outlook, a positive perspective, if we can reframe our thoughts, well, first we have to identify them, but if we can reframe those identified thoughts, then we will notice that we're not feeling as bad. Why? Because our feelings are tied to our thoughts. And so, for example, we are all in this pandemic together. We're being impacted in different ways, it's true, but we're all being impacted nonetheless. And so I'm sure that there's some anxiety that we're facing and we're feeling out of sorts. But here's the thing, we're feeling that way not necessarily because of the situation in and of itself. We're feeling that way because of how we're thinking about the situation, whether it's feeling like we're not going to have enough money or thinking that, things are not going to work out. That's what's impacting those emotions. And so my encouragement would be, not saying be delusional, I'm not saying being outside of reality. What I'm saying is put a positive spin on what you're thinking. Think on the positive side. Count your blessings. Wake up and think about how things could be so much worse. And so you're grateful for where things are. Many of us are at home, we're with our families, our kids, and maybe things are a bit overwhelming. But the positive spin would be, maybe now's a time that you can reacquaint yourself with your spouse, get to know your kids a bit better, spend time together. That's just an example of how we can focus on the positive, which will then better impact our ability to manage our mood.